Well, welcome to another episode of From the Mind of Bo, pre-Thanksgiving episode of 2020. This is also my 2 year anniversary of the show. Yes, nobody should have clapped for it, but I clapped for my damn self. Um, so thankful to have had this platform. Started 2 years ago, literally sitting at home on a Thanksgiving vacation, staycation, what have you, and just decided I wanted to do a podcast. So this is pretty much to the day 2 year anniversary of my podcast. So definitely wanted to highlight that. Um, Trying to grow it, trying to develop it. I need y'all help through that. So please continue to share, like, comment. If there's certain subjects you want me to talk about, be happy to address them if I can. Again, if it's not my expertise, take a stab at it. If I do know something about it, I'll definitely share any opinions I have or any personal stories I have. I don't mind sharing my personal story. Shit, that's what it's all about. Excuse the rough scruffiness. I haven't done my Thanksgiving Day cleanup yet, so look at a little old natural on it, but it's all good. Like I said, I'm on vacation. I ain't got nothing to be all, extra cute for. It's holiday, vacation, chilling. But again, another episode of From the Mind of Bo. Yet another week of this foolishness with people talking about elections have been stolen. They won it clearly with 7 million votes, but your opponent got 8 million. So I mean, you fraudulently got 1 million votes in another person's favor. Okay, I mean, some people when you're a loser, you just lose. Just at some point, I mean, when people that's on your side stop kind of believing in you and saying, "Look, I'm tired of this shit. Look, you lost, motherfucker." These people on your side are saying this, and you still ain't like conceding to the fact. That means you have no life. Clearly, you have no life. You lost. Get your shit. The moving truck gonna back up one day, and that shit gonna be gone. You can sit there contend it all you want to. Ain't shit to say that nothing was done illegally. You lost, motherfucker. Shit. Time to go. Get the fuck out. You really make yourself look like a bigger ass than you already are. I mean, my God, motherfucker, just go. Shit. But nevertheless, on a happier note, my niece, who is like my child, like my daughter, she welcomed in her son into the world on yesterday, Prince Jameer, and the cutest little baby I've ever seen. Um, it's very funny though, because everybody thought he looked like her. Now everybody's saying he looks like me when I was a baby, and I looked at him closer and like I hadn't seen him in person yet, but through FaceTime and the pictures, I'm like, and I look at the picture of me as a baby, a newborn. I'm like, God dang, we do look alike. Very funny. Can't wait to see him. Cute to death. He gonna run that house. I'm telling you, this is gonna be the person running the household. But holiday time is upon us. Love this time of year. That period between Thanksgiving and New Year's, probably my favorite time of the year. Spending time with family. You know, being thankful. Just the holiday season. I like going to the stores and hearing the Christmas music playing, and seeing the stores decorated, and just all the little stuff. I'm not into that whole what you bought me and stuff. I don't really look to get Christmas gifts. I just like the spirit of the season. Um, at my job, we used to last couple of years we had been volunteering with Toys for Tots. Really great organization. We would put the toy bags together for the kids. That was probably like the highlight of my Christmas season the last couple of years. It's just something about understanding and knowing that a child that might be less fortunate or going through some unfortunate things that have nothing to do with them because they're a child. They're not supposed to be able to pay bills and things like that, but they may be going through an unfortunate situation, and this organization provides them opportunity to make sure they have a happy Christmas and toys and things to enjoy themselves. Christmas is for kids. That's the innocence of it all. That's the beauty of it all. When children are affected, you got to do what you got to do. So I happily volunteered to do this. One of the best things I've ever done. I always enjoyed it. I always had fun with it with my coworkers, everybody who went there. Great experience. If you have a chance to donate the Toys for Tots or give the Toys for Tots or just do anything to, bring some joy and happiness to maybe families that are a little bit less fortunate. This holiday season, that's what it's about. If you're blessed enough to have things and to be able to give and make somebody else's holidays great, do that. But I get sentimental. Let me start crying and shit on this motherfucker. I'm one of them sensitive motherfuckers. I will start crying when some shit is important. I love kids. I love people. I want to see people happy and enjoying themselves. And I don't like seeing people having hard times and things like that. So that's on all seriousness. I know my podcast is a joke, but in all seriousness, that type of stuff really does something to me. I try to donate time, money wherever I can. Donating things to shelters, that have women and children that are going through unfortunate domestic situations. That's just the type of thing I like to do. So if you find it in your heart to do so, please give to shelters, Toys for Tots, anything that can help someone, have a better holiday season that might be going through some unfortunate times. So, on to this episode. So, it's gonna be a mixture of stuff I talk about. So I was in a drive-thru yesterday, evening, night, whatever the hell time it was, at a very popular chicken place. And I just have to say this: I have soapboxed this to death for years, and I will continue to do so. If you're in a drive-thru, don't be having fucking 3 and 4 orders for the damn drive-thru people to take. Look at it. It's Cash App, nigga. Everybody got Cash App. You make one motherfucking order. I Cash App that shit to you. Just put it all on one order. These motherfuckers in front of me. I was ready to get out the car and say, what? And I had the window down because I could just tell it was one of them things like, oh God, this is going to be one of them situations. And that girl said, all right, I got 2 orders. So she said the first order. And she said, all right, the little cashier say, all right, what's the second order? Oh, never mind, I just had 1 order. Then they come and say, okay, yeah, I do have a second order. What the fuck? Okay, do you have a second order or not? Because you just said you did. Then you said you didn't. Then you came back to I did again. The hell is y'all doing? Then y'all up here talking about, oh, when we get the 2-piece this, but am I getting charged extra for making it a breast? And the girl was like, well, no. Oh, I just want to make sure I won't get charged for a dollar, whatever, for extra. Y'all doing too damn much. First off, you got 90 million orders. You got all these specifications. Y'all want all the stuff in separate bags. Look, damn it. This is a drive-thru. When you got that kind of crap, if you can't go inside and do that, 1 order, damn it, okay? Cash App this motherfucker your money, and that's it. I got 2 orders, 3 orders, I got 4 orders. You got 4 orders. Really? 4 orders. Could nobody combine their junk and just get a nigga their money? We got 4 orders in the car. Get the fuck out of here, man. Like, and you confusing the shit at the motherfucking side. One motherfucking person is ringing up 4 orders for 1 vehicle. And you know what happened when they got to the window? Some of the shit apparently wasn't right. Well, hell, y'all done put all these damn specifications on the shit y'all order. Well, let me get a breast, but do I get charged extra if I make it a breast? And the girl outside was like confused. She's like, what do you mean you get charged extra? Well, I want to make sure I can get charged $1.29 extra because I had a 2-piece and I want 1 piece to be a breast. I ain't never heard this shit before. I ain't never heard of getting charged extra because you had a specific piece of meat. Now, if they do that, well, for one, I don't like breasts. So maybe that's probably why I don't know that. I like dark meat, and if I have to eat white meat, it'll be wings. I'm not a fan of breasts. But, I mean, not in the literal sense. I mean, I like breasts, but not in the chicken sense. But, like, y'all doing stuff, then, of course, the order jacked up, and they got to put stuff back in the window. They got to... Just stop all that shit, okay? There's multiple orders in the drive-thru. Stop that shit. Cash App, Zelle, whatever you got to do. Somebody your money. Minimum 2 orders in the car. Shouldn't be no more than 2 orders in the car. 4 motherfucking orders in the car. Really? Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, just stop that crap because I mean I can't do this crap no more. Get on my damn nerve. So, I get a lot of Instagram. And probably people had the same thing. I get a whole lot of these Instagram follow people that follow I have 3 different pages. One for personal, one for my business, and one for the podcast. And I'll get different invitations at different times from people, and it's like it'll be a picture of a real attractive woman, and then you click on because I get notifications on my phone, so you click on the notification, and then you go to a page and you see everybody holding stacks of money or somebody money like this real, and it's just random pictures of half naked females in the feed. But then you read the dang title line, turn this money into cash or flip. I said, so what they doing is these little cash flip people, con artists, whatever the hell you call it, shit got to be a con. You even tell me whatever you did, you just turned that into a stack of cash and you ain't have to do nothing for it. Get the hell out of here. But they get you by putting a woman on the cover picture, and you'll click on it, then you go into it and see it's some old money crap. Delete. I'm not confirming. Delete. We ain't got nothing to talk about. I work too hard for my money. I ain't finna be joining your page. I'm not. Am I interested in trading? No, I'm not interested. I'm interested in going out working for my money, because guess what? You don't get something for nothing. Whatever the hell y'all doing, flipping cash, I'm straight. I'm gonna do it the old fashioned way. I know that shit came legally and ain't nobody coming looking for me for it. But y'all up here doing this flip stacks of cash sitting in front of me. I turned $20 into 20,000. Okay. Unless your ass was in a casino, I don't want to know how you did that. But stop sending me that shit, because I ain't gonna delete that bull. I'm not following you back, and I'm not gonna entertain no conversation. I'm just saying. Did y'all know the true meaning? We on the holiday season here. This is Wednesday pre-Thanksgiving. And of course, a tradition of Thanksgiving has always been the Black Friday thing, which I've never been a big participant in Black Friday. When I was younger, I did kind of go out. It was probably one year I went out. I was dating somebody. It was a long time. It was over 10 years ago, I guess. I was dating somebody, and they had some deals and sales on stuff that this person kind of mentioned they wanted. So I did go out and participate in buying some stuff. But I've never been that Black Friday, person to go out Thanksgiving night or stand in line like a fool for, 12 hours for a damn PlayStation. It ain't that serious. It's okay. It ain't. I ain't not speaking nothing against nobody who do it. If you got kids, you gotta do it. You gotta do it. And there's nothing I've ever wanted where I had wanted to stay outside for 6 hours in line to get a television. Now, it ain't that serious. When I think about the sacrifice of me having to eat my Thanksgiving food, then I gotta go stand outside in line to 12, 1 o'clock in the morning, whatever time they open and do this stuff. Hell, they don't even damn do it at 12. Black Friday started Thursday at 6 o'clock p.m. now. It ain't even Friday physical, but it's actually Thursday. You know, they call it Black Thursday. But nevertheless, it was brought to my attention recently, the whole meaning of Black Friday. Some people may know this, some people may not. Black Friday actually, I thought it was because when you're talking about the world of finance and money, being in the black means you're profitable. Being in the red means you're not profitable. So I thought Black Friday meant because people are spending money that stores are in the black, which means they're being very profitable. No, Black Friday actually is a term that is from slavery days when they actually were having a sale on slaves. Somebody sent me an actual article, a visual of like a little sheet that would say, 17-year-old black male, $800, or, 12-year-old black male, $600, or, 17-year-old black female childbearing, $450. So basically, Black Friday seems to have stemmed from the buying and selling of blacks or African Americans. Thus the term Black Friday. Now, of course, now we don't know it. Black Friday is, people know it's the day to go shopping a lot and try and get sales and deals and stuff like that, what have you. But it actually appears from slavery and buying and selling of people of color. Thought that was very interesting. Like I said, I've never really been a big proponent or big, participant in Black Friday, but just be mindful of that, people. When you're out there doing the Black Friday thing, just realize where this stuff came from. You think about a lot of things that this country focuses on with some type of celebratory thing. It probably has something to do with, people of color or indigenous people being murdered or killed or genocide, whatever case may be, bought and sold into captivity, it's usually something negative. Might want to be mindful of that. So that's interesting. I thought you can actually probably go Google this. I haven't done it yet, but I'm pretty sure if somebody sent me that picture, I can go find out the real meaning of Black Friday. And I'm pretty sure they ain't got nothing to do with no damn camera on sale, no damn TV on sale. But nevertheless. So I was talking with people recently about the whole, how could I say this? The whole focusing on people's beauty and, physically being attracted to people. And my thing has always been, you like who you like. Everybody ain't everybody else's cup of tea. That's just the world. That's why the world goes round and round. I may see somebody, they may not be ideally what, catches my attention. Somebody may love them. I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and everybody else ain't my cup of tea. That's just how the world goes. I've had people tell me I don't date light skinned dudes. Okay, you gonna not date me for the one thing I can't actually keep, or I can't actually control? It's kind of interesting. I can see if I was an asshole or a jerk, but you gonna not date me because of my pigment and my complexion? All right, kind of cool. So I came to the conclusion that it is actually some I'm trying to say this in a nice way because it's holiday season. I ain't trying to be an asshole. It might not be a nice way to say it, so I might just have to say it. But there are some beauty challenged women that can get it out in this world. There are some beautiful challenged women that can get it. And y'all know what I'm saying when I can get it. They can get that beat down. They can get that, And it may not be, it may be just the personality. It may be they just got this some about them, but they might not win no beauty contest, but in secret, they could get it. It's some women in Hollywood. I'm like, that chick seems like she might be kind of wild. She can get it. I don't want to name no names now. I'm just saying, fellas, if y'all sitting there thinking and you thinking like, you know what, Bo? I thought the same thing. Hell, ladies, it's probably some ugly dudes that we would let have their way with you, that you scared to tell somebody. Some of y'all might want to sleep with Bookerman from damn Good Times. Some of y'all, you don't know what somebody might look at as attractive. Hell, shit. I mean, I used to think Mabel Thomas was fine from What's Happening. Like, Mabel Thomas could get it. Mabel Thomas was thick. That's a BBW. Miss Thomas, let me been Dwayne a rerun. Hey. I'd have been trying to holler at mama. Florida Evans. You know what? Florida Evans, she always had that little raspy voice. That was the one thing that threw me off with Florida Evans. I'm like, her voice is a little masculine. But if James turned his head, I might shoot my shot. I'm just saying. Who else? In a weird way, I used to want to hit on Esther. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. I think it's because phrase make it seem like she was the most horrible looking person in the world. I'm like, I just kind of want to. How sometimes the taboo thing. You're like, Fred keeps saying she's ugly. I think Esther might be kind of wild though. She might be down. Just say it's some chicks out there that ain't gonna be on the Essence centerfold wall. You be like, you know what? Like, I ain't talking about like the Holly Berrys, the Lupitas, the Gabrielle. Everybody want them. I'm talking about them chicks. You like, you know what? If it's a bad night and I ain't pulling nothing, if Miss Thomas from What's Happening roll up in here, I might try and get them draws. Just saying. It's some chicks. Shirley from What's Happening. Shirley, back in the day, not What's Happening now, not that one, because I don't know, she seemed like she was a little more fun in the What's Happening days. The What's Happening now, she was kind of old and subtle, like she was bored. But she could have got it in what's happening one days. Let me see who else. The girl who played young silly for Color Purple, she could have called it. Of course, Nelly could have called Nettie, Nelly, whatever her sister name is. Nettie was fine as hell. Now Nettie was fine, but Silly could have caught it. Now she could have caught it. I'm just saying. Who else? See, easy ones like Thelma from Good Times. Every dude wanted Thelma from Good Times, but how many of y'all wanted? Let me see. Who was? Who? I'm trying to think. Can't think of nobody. Can't think of no female that I was like that. But some to my point. I'm just saying some of these females that dudes might know you talking about might not have no problem getting no dude. I'm just saying. Think about it. Dudes ain't gonna never admit it. Man, you know what? You ain't gonna never admit it. So once again, yes, back by popular demand, and probably one of the most commented segments I do is story time. Woohoo! All right, enough of that. So let me tell you about the first time this female suckered your boy. Yeah, this one here was she got your boy good. So I met this female over the phone from another female. They went to school together. Actually, this female I talked about in another episode, as far as a relationship, but I'm not gonna go back to that part. Nevertheless, so I'm talking to this female. We've been chit chatting on the phone for like a week or so now. So she called me one evening out the blue and was like, "Bo, I need you to do me a favor. This guy keep calling, bothering me, and I don't want him to call me no more. I need you to call his number and say, hey, such and such a man, you don't need to be calling her no more." Mind you, I barely know this girl. But we've been talking on the phone. You're like that little 13, 14, 15 age. You just get infatuated with people. Now, you ain't even like necessarily seen them. They just sound like they look good, and you just kind of all do dumb stuff in the name of getting to know them. So I ain't do no investigation. I ain't know nothing about how the dude got the number, why she ain't want him to call London. So I just basically, she give me the number. I call the dude, say that. He like, oh, all right then, man. Hang the phone up. What I didn't know was this dude had star 69. So what she was trying to get me to do was call his number. See, I don't think he had her number unless he wrote it down off the star 69. I don't think you see star 69 and you couldn't even. It didn't give you the number. It just would call back the last number that called you or you called or whatever the hell it was. I can't remember when it first came out. They modified it. But what she was really trying to get me to do was to call the number so it would wipe her number out as the last number that called or he called or whatever, and then my number would take the place of that. Yeah, I ain't think that through like that. So next thing I know, she's like, oh, I gotta go do something with my mom, call you back, cool. So about 5-10 minutes after making this phone call, I'm on the phone. I go answer the phone. This dude didn't call me back. Now he just starts sitting on the number. That's good. This is my mom's house. There ain't no private line, just the house line. I answer the phone, hello? Fuck boy! And hang the phone up. And I know it's him because I'm looking at the call ID. I know. No, did I have call ID? I don't know if we had it then. So, hung the phone up. Phone ring again in about another 3-4 minutes. Oh, put that nigga. Hung the phone. And my mom said, who is that? I said, I don't know, mom. He called me back again. Fuck boy, click. I stand on the phone now. Who is that? Somebody keep calling me on the phone. What did he say? He said fuck boy. I said it from my mom. I was agitated at that point. I'm more agitated this chick that got me now mixed up in her little webbalized love triangle with this dude. She said he was calling her. She ain't like him. I don't know how the hell he got the number how to be called. I don't know. It's like I said, I ain't doing a whole lot of investigation. It was just more of irritation, whatever. So she got your boy. Eventually, so what I did was my mom said, next time he called back, you just say, operator, that's the call, trace it. So he called back one more time, and I said, operator, that's the call, trace it. And he hung up. He never called back again. So it worked. But that's the first time a chick ever got your boy. And again, I liked her. She seemed cool. She talked me into something I ain't really know the details behind. And proceeded to get harassed for like the next hour with this dude calling me. Sorry, I was scratching my arm and the thing is wobbling the iPad. So yeah, that's the first time I let a female catch me up on some stupid stuff, and I ain't get my research done first. But you gotta be careful. These females, shit, you look at First 48. The setup game is real. There's a whole. I mean, they got whole dedicated shows on damn Investigation Discovery where deadly women where they set motherfuckers up to get murdered or fatal vows where they go. Look, goddamn it, this was some harmless childish stuff, but it's some stuff with motherfuckers out there. So while she got the dude off her back, now this motherfucker calling me, harassing me. Stupid ass. But nevertheless, that I learned quickly, and I'm like, you know what, when a female asks you to do something, at an early age I learned, you might need to ask questions first to see, what exactly am I doing, and what are you getting out of this, and what is this going to cost me? Is somebody going to be bothering me? Am I going to have to ask questions? Or figure out what you're getting into. Don't just be like, yes, I'm going to do it, and then you in the middle of somebody else's stupidity. So it was this one time. A lot of people probably, well, I don't know. I've probably done this twice. The last time I did it, it was hysterical because it seemed so real. So it was a Sunday afternoon. I had played at church. Everybody know me. I used to be a drummer. I mean, still I'm a drummer, just not doing it full time. I would come home from church, eat, lay down, usually fall asleep for a couple hours. This one particular Sunday, I fall asleep, and I sleep obviously a lot longer than I anticipated. And I wake up, and I'm like, damn, how long have I been asleep? Light's still on my room, the TV's on low. And it's like 7 o'clock. I was like, damn, oh shit, it's 7 o'clock. I get up, start getting dressed to go to work. So I was like, God damn, I slept all the way through the night. I was like, I know I was tired, but god dang. So I got dressed, everything. Went outside to the car to get ready to pull out, go to work. And I noticed all the people in my apartment complex that lived in my building, there's a lot of people, cars was at home. I was like, why are so many people at home for work today? Is there a holiday that I don't know about? So I said, let me go back inside. Something ain't right here. So I go back inside. I sit on the bed. I'm thinking, it ain't no holiday. Something ain't right though. So I think I called my mom. Called somebody, I don't know. And I said, is today a holiday? They was like, no, why? I said, well, I was just getting ready to leave for work, and I went outside to warm the car up. And most people have left the house by the time I'm leaving. So it's only a few handful of cars out there. It's parking lot's full. I said, it's 7 o'clock in the morning. They said, Bo, it's 7 o'clock Sunday evening. I said, what? It's 7 o'clock Sunday evening. So my ass just slept so hard, I thought I slept for like 14 hours. Because when I woke up, I didn't know what day it was. I didn't know what time it was. I was just out of it. But it seemed like, but see, that was the time of year where it was still dark at 7 o'clock in the morning. The sun hadn't come out yet, and it was dark enough for it to look like it was morning time. But the way, as hard as I slept, it felt like it was more than 4 hours. It was probably 3-4 hour nap. But I woke up thinking, hell, it's time to go to work. It's damn 7 o'clock Sunday night. So my ass almost drove. I was almost about to just pull off and go to work and say, well, everybody else didn't overslept. I guess maybe my alarm clock don't work. But I was literally about to go to work at 7 o'clock at night, and I would have been 38 hot if I had got to work and realized it was Sunday. And felt even more stupid than anything else. But that was kind of embarrassing. Whoever I told, they cracked up by that jump forever. But I know. I thought it was in the morning time shit. So I gotta tell you about these 2 times I had near death experiences. So, and I mean near death, like near death. So the first one, I was going into the 9th grade. I was playing varsity football, and this is kind of like the end of it was the end of summer camp going into the first week of the school year. So I got to camp late. So I'm not as say. I mean, I played 8th grade in my junior high, but I got the summer. I didn't do summer. I didn't get to the summer camp when they first started. I didn't get there until 3 days before school started. So I missed a couple weeks. Now, granted, this is you talking about 1992, summer '92. Yeah. In Georgia back in them days, it get hot. I mean, it still get hot now, but see, they don't have all them rules now where, you know, kids can't be outside doing outside activity if it's so hot, or practice got to be moved to a ventilated area. They can't be in the sun like that. It wasn't none of that shit. We was out there with full pads, helmets, everything on, 115 damn degrees, hitting, running, all kind of shit. That stuff that they do now was based off my generation and my age group going to high school and doing that shit and stuff happening. So fast forward to had the best second day of school. I'm in practice, and at this point I finally am getting in a groove. First couple days was horrible. I played defensive tackle in 8th grade, but you gotta realize I was bigger than an average 8th grader. And I didn't go to JV, which size wise would have probably been, you know, an easier transition. But me and a bunch of my teammates who played 8th grade ball, we was bigger than an average 8th grader. We said, why the fuck are we gonna go to JV? That's like playing 8th grade ball. Let's go to varsity and push ourselves. We go to varsity. I'm too small to play defensive tackle. Way too small at that point. So the first couple of days was just, I couldn't get the sled. I couldn't move the sled. I was just getting eaten up by offensive linemen. I was very light. I was light for a high school defensive tackle, but I was perfect because I played offensive tackle and defensive tackle in 8th grade. You talking about just a few months removed. But you talking about playing against dudes that's 3 or 4 years older than you, that age and that size got to match. So Coach finally decided to put me at linebacker. Light went on. I start going off in camp. I'm fucking killing Oklahoma drill. Oklahoma drill is where 2 dudes lay on their backs, running back. It's usually a running back and a linebacker. Dude, running back at the ball in his chest. They blow the whistle. You jump up. You run between these pads, and you just basically crash full speed into a motherfucker. So the object is the running back is trying to run you over and get by you. The linebacker is trying to light your ass up and make sure you go backwards. So it's basically just like a fucking 2-car collision happening. That's what it is. So this is the kind of stuff that I'm doing and I'm excelling. So like by day 2 in camp, I'm killing it. Like the coaches had me pretty much doing everything except offense. I'm on defense. I'm on PAT. No, I wasn't doing kickoff. No, I either wasn't doing kickoff return or kickoff, one of them two. So whichever one of them two I wasn't playing in offense. Everything else I did. PAT, defense, kickoff return, one of the two. So got this one day in camp. I'm supposed to be running, you know, we doing different stuff. As soon as I finish with one group, supposed to go get some water. Before I get to the water, another coach called me to come over there and work with them. All right. Now, granted, it's 100-something degrees outside. I'm 15 years old. I'm not thinking you doing a lot of stuff and you ain't put no water in you since you've been out here. All right. Change from that group, go to another group, and I'm going to be taking a water break. before I take the water break, another Morrison, come over here. So I'm walking over, and I ain't thinking about the negative impact. I'm thinking, yo, they calling my name. They want me to come do stuff. This is what I want. This means I'm gonna get on the field, get some playing time. I'm gonna give me a full ride scholarship to a major university, free academics. This is what I'm going for. So I ain't thinking about that damn water. So get to the end of practice. As always, we run wind sprints to end practice. Just running back and forth across the field until the coach tell you to stop, go upstairs and get dressed. So I'm running wind sprints, and at some point, my body just going to autopilot. Like I'm exhausted. Like this running, I ain't got much left in the tank. I could feel myself like going downhill, and next thing I know, it went all blank. It went all blank. Like I remember slipping in and out of consciousness, stuff like that. Some people around me asking me my name and what date it was and what year. Crazy shit. Now, from running the wind sprints to these random strangers asking me all these questions, I don't remember much. So what basically happened was we was running wind sprints. I passed out. Had a heat stroke. So I wasn't conscious doing this. So the story is I'm picking on the biggest dude on the team, dude named Big Rod. Big Rod big as fuck. Don't ask me why I'll be picking on him. But I'm trying to pick a fight with him. I'm talking about my dad who's deceased. I'm just delirious. I don't remember none of this. But this is what my teammates told me who was there. So basically what happened was when we were running wind sprints, I collapsed. Either right after or something. And everybody's going up to the locker room to get dressed and go home. Luckily, one of my teammates sees me laying face down and say, Coach, Otis on the ground, he ain't moving. Coaches know immediately what's going on. They come running back and grab the coolers with the ice and stuff in them. They start dousing my body in ice and water, trying to bring that temperature down. They know I done passed out. So somebody called 911. Ambulance came and took me to the hospital, which is literally, that hospital was like not even a block up the street. Like that hospital maybe 150 yards up the street. It's like damn near, you can almost see it from the exit of our school. So when I get to the hospital, they gotta restrain me. Apparently, that's the people that was asking me the questions like, "What's your name? What's today's date? Do you know where you are?" And I'm feeling like it's a dream where I'm kind of slipping in and out the dream. Like I'm waking up, going to sleep, waking up. So I don't remember any. I just remember I don't know what I was telling them when they were asking me stuff, and I think I just passed out again. And it was a very weird thing because I woke up in this room with like almost all the lights off. It was one little light in the corner on, and I didn't know what the hell I was. I was laying down, so I go to sit up, and I can't sit up. My legs and arms are tied down, whatever I'm laying on. So, I'm up here like, what the hell is going on? So, what happened was, they said I was fighting them when they were trying to stabilize me. So they tie my legs and feet down so I wouldn't be kicking and trying to get off the gurney when they were, trying to stabilize me. So I'm laying in the room by myself. Nobody's in there. I don't know where I am. I don't know what day it is. I don't know what's going on. Nothing. So I'm laying on the bed and tears start running out my damn eyes. Cause I don't know what the fuck going on. I'm like, hello. Nobody's responding. And then after a couple minutes, my mom walked in the room. I was like, oh, thank God, my mom. And I was so relieved. Because at least somebody I know is there and I ain't going crazy. I thought I was dreaming, but I couldn't wake up. When you have a bad dream, sometimes you can wake yourself up. I don't know that shit wasn't happening. I was not waking up, but I couldn't get the fuck up and go see where I was. Anybody who know how The Walking Dead started, it's the same feeling. When Rick was in that hospital and there was nobody around and he woke up out that coma and, whatever, that's exactly how I feel. But only thing was I was tired that I couldn't get up. So my mom come in the room and I was like, Mom, where am I? What happened? She said, you had a heat stroke. I had a what? A heat stroke. I don't know what a heat stroke is. I'm 15 years old. I'm like, I know what a stroke is. I don't know what a heat stroke is. I'm like, okay, so I'm guessing it's something where you pass out because I clearly I'm in the hospital, so I passed out. And the last thing I remember was running wind sprints. And no sooner than that, my coach walked in the room. My coach was one of them dudes, you know, not really he's a stoic dude. Nothing really, will get to him. He's one of them, he's like a football coach. Like, it'd take a lot to, rattle that dude up or something. That motherfucker came in there looking like he had seen a ghost. Like, I think that motherfucker came in there and was like so happy I was not dead somewhere. I mean, he looked like he was just in awe and shocked. He's like, man, you all right? Man, we thought we lost you out there. And I was like, nah, coach, I'm good. I was like, I don't remember what happened. He said, man, don't worry about it. I'm just glad you're good. I wanted to be here when you woke up. I said, appreciate that, coach. Appreciate that. He went on and, told mom he'd be in touch, and he left, and my mom was still there. And I'm still trying to process this. Like, what? I had a heat stroke. So it was just one of them things where it took me a couple of hours to get used to. So I had to stay overnight in the hospital. They had me on this shitty ass diet, like clear liquids only. Like, and when I say clear liquids, literally liquid. I couldn't have no food because I needed to have a CAT scan the next day or MRI. I think it was CAT scan. Can't damn remember. But until they figured out what happened, they didn't want to have me on solid food. My dinner that night, once they got me in that room, consisted of soup broth, apple juice, Jello. I think that was it. So I couldn't have nothing but liquids. If you ain't never been on a liquid diet, that is the most miserable shit ever. Remember, I played football. I burned all my food off from lunch within that course of practice that day. So all my nourishment is gone. And y'all come bringing me liquid diet. I'm like, the fuck? So the next day, my doctor showed up and talked to me, said, yeah, I'm concerned because, your enzyme counts are this high. And then, looking at the CAT scan we did, he did a CAT scan MRI. I cannot remember which one it was. One of them, whatever it was, I had to drink this nasty ass, chalky kind of milkshake type thing to do. Shit was horrible. So he told me, he said, yeah, so maybe the athlete, me kind of like, look, man, I got to plan. Shit, how long before I get back on the field, bro? I feel good. Ain't nothing hurt or broken, as far as I'm going. He's like, yeah, I got some concerns. I was looking at, your test and, most people's enzyme count is supposed to be 500 miles, like 5,000. Don't know what the hell that mean. And then he was like, yeah, looking at these, tests we do on your body, you got a lot of muscle damage from where you've been taking and giving hits. I was like, huh? Again, I don't know this stuff. I feel fine. So he was like, yeah, I asked him, like, so when can I play? You want me out a couple weeks, month? What am I doing? I mean, season starts in about a month, or about 2-3 weeks from now. Can I play? He said, I don't think you should play. I said, you mean like what, the whole season? He said, no, I mean anymore. What? You don't want me to play football no more? Oh, bro, we got a plan. What? He said, no, honestly, I don't think it's safe for you to play anymore because I can't say this won't happen again. What? So I said that to say, like, literally, I should have died on that field that day. But God saw fit to have one of my team members see me laying there, call the coaches. The coaches were able to come back, get my body temperature down as much as they could, with pouring the buckets of ice water on me until the ambulance arrived. And a lot of people say, man, you was lucky that hospital was the next block. That's where the only thing saved you. No, God saved me. All this other stuff had to be put in place in order for me to still be here. But, that meant he wasn't done with me because literally that same football season, one of the guys who played offensive tackle for the Minnesota Vikings named Corey Stringer, or Springer, I can't remember. He died of a heat stroke in camp. The same thing I had, he died of that in camp. So I was like, that means God had a plan for me. It wasn't my time to go. So, do I look back on it? Yeah, I don't know. I wish I kind of told the coach after I prayed about it a little while. I don't know if I'm gonna do this, coach. Like, it just seemed like it's a lot of risk, and doctors are telling me one thing, and this dude and died, a professional athlete and died with the same shit. That ain't no coincidence. I think God was sending me that message like, I got other stuff in store for you. That's not the destiny I got for you. Don't worry, I'm gonna take care of you, but I know you wanted to go to, you want to play, be a starter for 4 years in high school, and then go, I want to go to the University of Georgia. I want to play at home, full ride scholarship, maybe get drafted by the Falcons. I don't know. That was my dream. Just to be able to do stuff with my family and be athlete and try and see what I could do, but that didn't pan out. But then you got a dude who was an NFL player who died the same thing I did not long after I had mine. I do that joke. I knew it was a sign on that, so he wasn't done with me then. Now, a second part to that story, fast forward to my senior year. Now, I've graduated high school in 1996, which of course was the year the Olympics came to Atlanta. Olympics in Atlanta. I talked about my last episode. My little summer job, my first little real job I had was that bullshit job doing security at the Olympics, which only lasted about 4 hours. If you don't know, but go back to that last episode when I talked about my first job. You'll see what I'm talking about. But the thing to do then was like go down to Centennial Park. Centennial Park was brand new. It looks nothing like it looks now. It used to be like all these tents, and they had AT&T phone centers in there where you can go make free calls, and it was just a lot going on. Like since the Olympics was here, it was hot. Like that was the hot spot to be. Me and my homeboys went down there all the time. I mean, we was down there damn near daily. Like we might have missed 1 or 2 days a week, but we went down there religious. Like we lived down there. So this one particular night, me and my 3 boys, we down there, like always. So it's getting a little late. So what happened was, let me backtrack. So to avoid parking downtown, I parked at the Lakewood Fort McPherson train station, and we rode the train. We rode MARTA down to 5 Points and got off there, and walked across the street, and you at Centennial Park. So same thing like we always did. So let's get a little late. So we've been down there some hours now. Now the park, it didn't really like die down until like late. But we had been out there like a good little while. So 3 of us was like, yeah, man, we should probably just ride out, man. It's getting late, yada yada yada. And one of the homeboys was like, one of the homeboys was, like, no, man, let's stay. It's still lit down here. We was like, no, man, let's go, man. We've been down here too long, and let's just call it a night. He was still like, no, man, come on, man, why y'all want to leave? Da, da, da. So of course the 3 of us, we kind of outranked him, and then again I drove my car to the train station. So it was kind of like 3 against 1 that, yeah, we ready to go. So, he obviously, came on with us. So we walked to the train station. Go down the escalator, get on the train, take off. Literally about 2 minutes after, not even 2 minutes, literally about a minute or 2 after it maybe 2-3 minutes. I can't remember. But we were not far from the station when we were going back to my car. We weren't even at the next station yet, I don't think. Everybody pagers start going off. So this is when people like my age had pagers. I had a cell phone too. But I had one of them analog cell phones my mom bought me. But see, it didn't have all that free this, free that. So when I would go out, I left it in my glove compartment of my car if I wasn't in my car. Because I ain't going to use it anyway. And it was like big and bulky. I don't want that shit in my pocket. So I'm like, but all of our pages going up at the same time. What the fuck going on? So we get back to my car. We about to go to Crystal's get something to eat. First thing I do is call my mom because like her and my sister is blowing my shit up. Like, and you gotta remember this is like 11:30 at night. What the fuck is they playing me so much for? So I called them. I think I called my sister first because she kept blowing me up. And I knew if she was paging me and my mom's paging me, they both were probably at home or she would get in touch with my mom. So I was like, yo, I said, hello? Oh my God, are you all right? She said, somebody just blew up Centennial Park. What? She said, somebody just set a bomb off at Centennial Park. And I was in shock because I was like, hearing her say that, I was like, I just left that motherfucker. What you mean somebody set a bomb off? So I tell my boys, I said, yo, my sister said somebody just blew up Centennial Park. Everybody's like, what? So we kind of realized that's why we was all getting paged, because everybody we knew we were more than likely down there. So I get home after dropping everybody off, and my mom and sister up watching the news. And they're showing, like, you know, the park and everything that's going on and kind of where the bomb supposedly was when it went off. And no shit, everybody, literally where we were standing when we had this conversation about leaving or going, when three of us wanted to go and the other one was like, no, let's stay, man, kick, it's cool down here, it's you know, let's have fun, and why are we leaving? Where we were standing when we had that conversation was about 50 to 60 feet from where the hell they say the bomb supposedly went off. And when I tell you a cold chill came over me, because they were showing a map on the TV, they said, this is such and such, and this is where we believe the bomb was set off. And see, the way Centennial Park was then, it was, like, again, it's not like it is now. You had different things going on. So you had the AT&T tents over here. You had the restrooms over here, the porta potty. So it was like different stuff everywhere. So the way the map showed it where all the stuff was. And I was sitting there telling my mom, since we were literally standing right near that spot before we left. Literally. And I'm not exaggerating. Like, you could ask them three dudes. We was like literally feet away from where this bomb went off. Having a conversation about staying or going. And to this day, I was like, that's 2 times now. God was like, it ain't your time. You talking about some wide opening type shit? That right there will get your mind straight in a hurry. Because it was people that died that thing. It was people that got, you know, severe injuries. One lady I know for sure got killed from the shrapnel and stuff like that, black lady. And it was obviously other people had injuries from, you know, getting hit with shrapnel and debris. But, like, literally where we were standing, it had probably been 4 more victims. Like fatalities. Because we wasn't that far from where the hell that bomb went off. And if it did that much damage to people that, you know, was not, like, it wasn't a fatal thing, I don't know what it would have done to us, but we wasn't that far away. So that was my second encounter with death. But, you know, what can you do? So my first time, this story is dealing with my first time dealing with an older woman being interested in me. So this is like age 14, somewhere around there. I again go back to that situation where I'm trying to remember how I met this chick. I met her through somebody else on the phone. So somebody was talking on the phone. This was somebody they knew. I don't know how we ended up talking or whatever. But she was 16 at the time. Again, mind you, I'm 14. She's 16. She had a car and a license. And I was like, this is big pimping over here. What does a 16-year-old have interest in a 14-year-old? I have no idea. But she called me on the regular. I want to, but see, she was a girl, like, she had one of them, like, little deep voices. But it was, like, so hot that I was like, dang, she's 16, man. You know how Gucci this is right now? She's 16, I'm 14, like, and she in a car? How would that be like, yo, you come to pick me up so we can go to the arcade and get some pizza? Pimping stuff. I would have been like, whoo. We never met, though. But when I tell you, that was, I probably had 3 or 4 in the pipeline I was kind of talking to on a regular basis. She was one of them. But Never met her though. I remember her name was Mimi. I think that was her name, Mimi. Uh, but that joint was an eye opening experience. Like it's some rites of passages as a man, a young man. When you get your first woman that's older than you interested in you, and I don't mean they just entertaining you, they are interested in you. Like, hey, what's up? And I'm like, shit, ain't nothing. What's up with you? That junk there was critical, and I thought I was the stuff. But like I said, never met her. I could. She always used to say I look good, stuff like that, but I never got to see. Um, but you know, that was the first contact with a mature woman. But hey, but you live and you learn. Again, it's Thanksgiving time. Hope everybody enjoyed. Be mindful with the guidelines they're saying with this COVID stuff. If you're gonna do get-togethers, make them small, and kind of watch yourself, and be mindful. More so than anything else, if you can't fucking cook, don't be out here bullshitting around. If you on that bullshit with your cooking, don't be up here making dishes that people supposed to eat at Thanksgiving. That's when you don't want to be bullshitting. If you don't know how to cook, you might want to say that. Because the worst thing in the world is motherfucker who can't cook and they done fucked up the Thanksgiving plate. Sorry, I was sending a text message. That's the worst thing in the world right now. You can't cook and you up here, volunteering for key stuff like dressing, and you gonna bring macaroni and cheese or collard greens. You can't be fucking with the main sides and you can't cook. I'm just saying, you want to bring some little added on extra shit like, oh, I do a good green bean casserole. I do a good broccoli cheese casserole. That's fine. Bring that sideways shit that ain't nobody really. But you can't be fucking around with the main stuff. The dressing, the mac and cheese, collard greens. Of course, don't be fucking with turkey. Green beans if you do them. Don't be messing with none of the main stuff, because I'm gonna be pissed. That's just how I am. You want to bring some old extra stuff just if somebody wants a variety in life, that's fine. But the other stuff, you don't touch that shit, because a lot of y'all think y'all can cook and you really can't, and ain't nobody want to tell you to hurt your damn feelings. But some people Thanksgiving food like, who made this? Y'all should put that. Y'all should do shit like when they be having like a little chili contest where you put the name dressing by cousin such a nigga. I'm not fucking with that. That motherfucker burning cornflakes, nigga. What the fuck? No fucking dressing. Shit no. When somebody can't make regular food, I damn sure ain't finna be entertaining no Thanksgiving food, because that's a whole nother level of commitment you gotta have to making sure it's seasoned right, you cook it right, you ain't dried it out, it ain't undercooked, it got some flavor. There's a whole lot into that. But when your regular everyday food be like, it's alright, but that shit tastes bland as hell. Oh hell no, you can't be fucking my Thanksgiving. But just do your job, sit there, eat shit, bring ice, bring plates and forks. That shit is a necessity too. You don't feel like you gotta cook now. If your ass can't cook, don't feel like you got to. Cause you been there fucking somebody Thanksgiving up. Some of these people will tell you about your shit in your face, or call you out and be dry snitching. Who made this dry ass stuffing? Oh shit! And everybody know who made it. Like, oh shit! And you ain't finna holler, I made it. No, you ain't finna say that. You finna sit there with that look on your face like, he made me sick. That motherfucker ain't lying. Your stuffing dry as shit. Don't get mad if somebody tell the truth. But another episode from the Mind of Bo. Enjoy your holiday. And I'll see you soon.